Well, thank you for joining us today at Miniature Wargaming Labs. Today I'm joined by Joe, the designer of Borne From Ashes, the new tabletop game currently on Kickstarter. So Joe's going to run me through a demo. Any words before we get started?
I hope you made your characters well.
Well, let's see what you brought to the table. All right, so we're going to go inside Eton Games here, down in Albuquerque, and we're going to get started. All right, so we have the 36 by 36 inch game mat set up here. And I've got some random terrain that fits what the store has that I didn't know your far future. Kind of advanced in technology, kind of not. So we'll see what we got here. All right.
Yeah, so we'll play a Wall of Death game. So we'll be setting up 6 inches from any of the edges that you want to set up from. First, what we can do is just roll initiative.
Okay.
So there's a dice there for you, and just highest goes first.
So you got a 6.
Got it.
I got.
And
All right, so we got a tie. That's actually good for this.
Yep.
How do we resolve?
So we just re-roll.
Okay.
1 and a 4. So you're going first. So you can choose which side of the map you want to start on.
Since I'm on this side, I'll go ahead and take the village.
And then you would just set your guys up 6 inches from the edge. And I got.
Now do all of them at once.
Yep, you can do all of them at once.
Okay. Ah, awesome. So I'll set that here. So I'll just stack them around my village here. These are my French SWAT. They seem to fit some of the artwork you have in the book there.
Yeah. And so I'm second, and I don't have much cover on the left side, so I guess I'm gonna stack up over here. Okay, and so what's gonna happen is after 2 turns, the ring or the map is gonna shrink down from, let's say we're at 18 on one side here, so we have a radius of 18. It's going to shrink by 5 inches, and if you're outside of that, you're going to take 1 point of damage at the beginning of every action.
Okay, so this is that PUBG scenario
Yeah,
we
we
talked about.
The PUBG scenario. And so now what you can do is each of your characters have 2 actions and 1 free action. Free actions used for things like using feats, such as like a speed reload. Free action is also what you use to go prone. Other than that, you can use your 2 actions for anything you want. So you could go into Overwatch, you could use 2 moves. Your move speed would be at your movement, whatever your movement is for each of your characters.
All right, so I believe I'm at the base, except for
5.
one of my guys, this guy right here. He's got Speedy. I chose that as his feat, so he's got a base 6, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And so you could just pick one and then use your 2 actions and your
Okay.
free action and just kind of run through them.
So I pick one, then you pick one, or
No,
do I all-
you move through all of yours, then I move through all of mine.
Okay. All right. So this, I prefer that. I normally end up cheating and moving all my guys at once anyway. All right. So we're gonna do a 5. So I'm gonna measure from the front of the base. So I'm just gonna choose double move. And I'm gonna try to get around. Got my shield guy. So, and since I don't want to, okay, so we're going to do this from 6. Getting around there. And this guy will swing around. All right, so I did both double moves, and now I also have that free move. So if I needed to change ammo or
Use a stim shot, drop a fireball or a smoke bomb at your feet. Yeah, there's a couple of different things that free actions can be used for.
So considering I might be in line of sight with that guy, so with Jacques here, my fast guy, I could have moved here. And if I felt it was necessary, drop a smoke bomb in case he's concerned that
And
guy's
it's still your turn, so that's something you could still do.
Oh,
if
you know
want
what?
to.
Since we got to show off the rules,
Sure.
let's show off smoke.
So then you'll just put the smoke bomb right centered on your character. We'll put it underneath there, right there. And so now he can't be targeted directly with anything.
I like that. That's cool.
And one of the things we usually do, but as we're setting up the table, but since it's already set up, I forgot about it, is kind of defining cover. And so like
Yeah, so I put that here.
Yep.
So how would you define like
This,
that swamp ring?
that could just be difficult terrain, and so
Okay.
you move through it at half speed. These guys, since they're like kind of hide huts, would probably be light cover.
Okay.
This, since it's stone, would be heavy cover.
Okay.
And then I don't know. We could go either way. Do you want us to be able to move up these steps like they're steps, or to have to climb up it because they're a little bit too steep?
I'd like to, let's do the climb.
Climb.
So we
Okay,
can show
so
off
yeah,
the climb
sure.
action.
And so we'll make it so that we have to climb up here, and then anybody on top of here will be elevated.
Okay.
So now it's my turn. Gotta figure out what to do. I'm actually gonna move my guys up to here. That's 3 inches, 3 inches, and 3 inches. So these guys are NPCs. I'm not actually using a character. But these NPCs have 6 movement. You climb at half of your movement. And so half their movement would be 3. For most pieces of terrain, climbing up one section of it is going to be 3 inches. On this, it's about 3 inches as well.
Yeah, so that's the standard in 28 millimeter.
Yeah.
One floor change is 3 inches. So, okay, so this will basically be, how would you climb to another level? Like
And
climb
so
aside?
I just need to use half of my movement. These guys have 3 inch movement when their movement's half because their movement is 6. And so they'll just be able to move right up.
Okay, so they were able to climb that structure.
Yep. Yeah.
So they got to, I was trying to get to the
Yep.
top before you.
So no rolls or anything to have to climb. Most
Okay.
most like movement is just you get to do it. And so that's first round. So now it's second round. I'm just gonna remind myself by having some dice over here. And so it's your turn.
Do we roll for initiative to see?
Nope. Just
So whatever we
It's
set at
set.
the beginning
Yeah,
sets
it's
it
set.
to the icon.
and that's
Okay.
mostly for things like the smoke. Just because it's on a round counter. So whenever it's your turn again, the smoke's gone.
Okay,
and
so,
so-
the smoke goes away at this point?
Yep, because it was just a smoke bomb
Okay.
and not a smoke grenade. That smoke is gone now. So
Okay. So this is something we do at the end of the last round or beginning of this one?
beginning
Clear-
of your character's next turn.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll start with him. So I clear the smoke. Oh man, you tucked in behind the. So I was hoping to aim and then
Mhm.
shoot, but you're behind the column. I can't see you.
Oh man,
You
well,
did.
you can
I
see
didn't
this guy. You can see this guy for sure.
see that.
You can see just the top of his
Oh
head.
yeah. I
You
can
got
see
him.
your upper. So
Yeah.
that's gonna be like 50% or better cover. So let's say I want to do an aim and shoot. He's got a RSMG 20.
Mm-hmm.
So now that I've declared the shot, now I can measure because there's no
Yep.
pre-measurement in
Yep.
the game. So I'm gonna aim and shoot. This I wouldn't say I wouldn't get the wall lead.
You would. I think you would because you're basically right there, and it's
Okay.
as long as you're shooting past the cover or like so you would be able to shoot like from here over because you can be leaning up on that wall. Right?
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna wall lean and I'm gonna aim and then do a shoot. So that's gonna use all of my actions
Mhm.
to do that. Okay. So let's get out.
So we'll check.
Yeah, let's check
out
range
details.
first. So I am at, let's see, 20.
20. Okay. And so for that, is that going to be range?
All right, so let me check my range back. Oh, that's out of range.
It's going to
for
be
the-
outside of your range.
Okay, so,
And so you're going to pop off a shot.
since I already declared it,
It's-
I can't.
Yeah.
I've lost
And
it.
it's
So
gone.
now,
And so what you'll do is you'll just take one of the dice away from that character,
so okay, so that's this character.
and it'll just be off to the side.
Okay. All right, so that was the initiative dice. So all right, so let's try this. So this cup of die of these D6 that basically represents the rounds.
Yep.
Love
Represents
that.
your magazine.
Okay,
And so every time you like shoot one out, you get to feel it. That one,
Alright.
not so much, but
so I lost it. Okay, so then I'll move the next guy. So we were counting this as 3 inches.
Yep,
So he's
3
got a
inches.
5-inch move.
and so he's going to need to use 2 actions to get up top there.
I think what instead what I'm going to do. I'm going to move 5, and then I'm going to smoke. Okay, so thank you. And then, just for fun, I'll double move up here. out in the open. So
Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do with my first character is I'm gonna move him up right here to like 5 inches. And I'm gonna chuck a grenade, because my guy has two grenades. So I'm gonna chuck a grenade right on top of your guy.
okay.
Because you're smoked, it's gonna make it so that my character has to roll 2d6
Okay.
instead of 1d6. And so I'll just go ahead and do that with one of the direction dice. Okay, so that's gonna be way out there in left field. It's gonna be, and I subtract his, so what I'm gonna do is I rolled a 10 on the dice. His dexterity is 4, so I subtract that 4 and it's gonna be 6. It's gonna land over here, but because it lands over there, you would take 1 damage from the small blast area and another damage from the large blast area, but it doesn't hit anybody, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, so you basically fumbled.
Fumbled,
the
he
grenade.
chucked it,
Okay.
and didn't throw it well.
What did you need to roll to make that? You rolled a 10. What did you
I rolled
need?
a 10. I needed to land right on top of him. I needed to roll a 4. But even if I would have rolled like a 6 or something, you would have been caught in the blast.
Okay.
And so now these two guys.
So I was really helped by the smoke. That
You were
came
really,
through.
yeah, the smoke.
Okay.
The smoke saved you from that grenade. And these two guys are just going to aim and shoot at your guy. So
All right, that's the process I wanted to capture.
let's see. Aim and shoot. How far away are we? Less than 12 inches. So it's going to be the range 1. With the NPCs, it's a little bit different. It's just set up so there's, I don't know what the camera can see.
Yeah, you're good there.
But it's
Well,
just,
drop it a little
yeah.
bit.
It's just set up so that it's easier to take actions. You can see like what roll you need real quick.
Okay.
You don't have to do too much accuracy. You lose a little bit of like the fine detail and the decision making, but it's just easier to.
So now I had like a custom built squad. You brought NPCs. So like in your solo, that's basically what you would be doing. Is that
Yeah, sometimes.
you're basically a representation of my imagination playing the game. With
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Okay.
Or like sometimes I like to run like one Praetorian on one side, one on the other, and then a couple of NPCs to round it out.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to roll a 3 to hit. And I get 1 hit. So your guy, did he use 2 move actions last round?
Yeah, in the last round.
Okay,
he
so
moved
you're
2
gonna
to
get
action.
at least, you're gonna be able to get a 6+ cover save.
Okay.
So you can just go ahead and roll that.
So I'll take the dice you shot
Yep.
with.
And
Roll
so you don't
5.
get it, and so now you wanna roll your armor save.
And I have medium armor, so that's a 5 up.
Yep.
So I have 5 or a 6.
Alright, so
I
you
missed that.
take 1 damage.
And does that go on my hit points or on my armor?
That would just go on your hit points. So
Okay.
because you failed your armor save, it takes it directly from your hit points.
Okay, so I'll go, I've got 3 hit points, 4 hit points, I'm down to 3.
Yep. And so now it's your turn.
Did your other guy shoot?
And yeah, both of my
Okay.
guys aimed and shot.
Now, so since we're doing the PUBG,
Mhm.
and so we might have to start running.
Yeah, and so it's the second round, and so everything's. Let me see. I'll go ahead and kind of guess here. So 18's right there, and right about here. So let's see. I'm gonna drop it by 5. So we're at 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so everybody's inside right now.
But, so, this is the round we've got to start moving.
Yep,
like
and so
5.
so the ring just shrank, but currently everybody's inside it, and so I can kind of give you a few markers, just so you get an idea of where it's at. We got a couple of dice. So that'll be the center. Boom. 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 And the way this map was set up was pretty good for that, because all the interesting terrain pieces are like right smack dab in the center. So.
Well, until the last round, then we're all just standing
Yeah.
next to each other.
And so ring moved in, now it's your turn.
All right, so now I set this up, so my guy's pretty close to the center, your guy moved up to shot me, so my plan worked out. Where, now I've got to shoot someone, and he's armed with a tactical pistol right now since he's got his shield out. That guy's elevated now. So he's got the HRC-20, so, and that's equipped on his body. So how would I switch weapons? So I've got to make the decision. Do I shoot someone elevated with a pistol, or do I switch to the HRC-20, basically my my carbine, and engage him with that? So what's the trade-offs here?
Yeah, so for that, and I'll go ahead and take this smoke off real quick. But that's kind of a hard decision.
Well, that's why it's set up that way.
Yeah, you're gonna lose an action by switching to the HRC-20.
So that's not a free action.
It's not a free action
Okay.
unless you have quick draw, or
Okay.
or if you have a quick draw holster for your sidearm,
Okay.
or a quick sling for your carbine.
Okay.
But since
Things
you-
to remember for next time I
Yeah,
redo this
yeah.
action.
But so you'd be able to put down 4 rounds with the tactical pistol,
Mm-hmm.
and you'd be able, and that would be at a -1, doing
Okay.
a double tap. You'd be able to put down 5 rounds just with a burst from the HRC-20 at a -2. And so because that character too, is that character, do they have weapon focus sidearm?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
That's my other one.
Yeah.
So,
So it might be best just to keep your shield up too, because you're probably gonna get shot up at next
Okay,
round, because you
okay.
have to switch your shield out if you pulled out the HRC-20.
okay.
And so just keep the shield up and put 4 hot ones in my guy.
Okay. So let's go with the
And
tactical pistol.
Didn't get you your tactical pistol rounds. Let me get those for you. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And now I have like 400 D6 at home. I now have a use for all of them. All right, so I'll do 4 rounds. Now, does he
And
have
actually,
any
you might
fin-
want to do just 2 to see how it turns out, because that would be 1 action.
Okay, so I can.
You can double tap twice.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my first. So let's do first action. With the tactical pistol. So I roll a 3 and a 1.
And so we'll have to look at your so you don't have, let's see, it would be base 3 for your other character,
Okay.
because he doesn't have a feat, so it'd be 3. You can't wall rest right there, so no wall rest, you're not prone, you're double tapping, so it's 3 minus 1 is a 2, plus 1 because you're really close, so it's going to be a 4 to hit, so neither of those hit.
Okay. All right, so let's do that. So I'll double tap again because I think I can do better. Than
And so
that.
go ahead and take 2 more.
2. That's
Yep.
right. That's right. Let me set that to the side. Oh, jeez.
Rough rolls. That's rough rolls out here.
Okay. All right. So now I've got this guy here. So I will do aim and shoot at this guy and that's my. So that's the speedy guy. So this is. So he's got weapon focus. For his RSMG-20. So I am going to.
And I might, if I want to, do you want a piece of advice?
Okay.
Real
Yeah,
quick.
let's go.
Sure. So the aim and shoot is only going to affect one of these characters, and it might just take off 1 hit point, right? The thing that the SMGs are best for is like putting down a lot of fire.
Okay.
And since these 2 dudes, I kind of messed up and put them pretty close. I'm betting you if you did a zone of suppressive fire right here,
Okay.
you would catch them both in it. And because you could do 3 levels of suppressive fire because you have 20 rounds in that would give you 3 attack dice against both of them on their next action. Plus it would make it so they lose 3 accuracy and have decreased movement.
Okay, let's do that. Let's go. Let's say Roland here, who's my shooter, is going to do a zone of suppression on those 2 individuals.
And I think, you're going to catch them both in it. And so you'll discard 18 of your dice.
Now I roll 18, right?
You don't roll any of them actually.
Okay.
You can keep 6 of them around, that we can just kind of keep off the table over here because those are going to be the suppressive fire attack dice that you'll use.
All right. So,
But pretty much you just expend those to create the zone.
so that, since I had 20, so that's gonna leave me 2 left. And then these are discarded, right? Okay. And that gives me my 6. And as you described, I'll have this for the guy on your right and this for the guy on your left. So we'll roll those separately. So this set for that guy closest to the camera.
Oh, and that's going to happen on my action.
Oh, it's gonna happen on
It happens,
your.
it happens on their
okay,
action.
okay.
Because it depends. They might even take that twice if they decided to sit in there and fire at you.
Okay.
So they could, for every action they're in there, they take those 3 attack dice.
Okay, so that's why we're sort of delaying suppression, because
Yeah.
it's up to you how long you sit in that suppressive
Yeah.
box. Okay, so all right, so I'll save these to the side here. So he's done, right? Because he used
That's both. Yeah, it's both of his
both of
actions.
his actions. And so all we have left is this guy. And I don't think he can. Okay. So I can see his head. So let's say he's maximally covered. So let's say, I'll just do some aim shots, and I'll aim and shoot.
Okay.
All right, and so that would be, since he's using the RSMG 22 dice, if I'm.
If you're aiming and shooting.
Yes.
So aim and shoot would just be 1 dice.
1 die. Okay.
1 die.
All right, so I'll just aim and shoot,
And again,
and so we've got to measure. I got to see what
Yeah.
range band I'm in.
yeah. And
So
so
that's very.
that's going to be what, 12 inches?
Yeah, 12 and a half.
12.
So.
Okay, so probably range 3.
Okay. Yeah, because since I'm just outside of the 12, that's my 13 to 18 is the -2.
And so it's going to be your base is 3, 4, 5 because you're aiming -2, so it's going to be 4 to hit, right?
Okay. All right, so let's do. Okay, so he misses that one. He's a runner, not a shooter. All right, so that's it for all my guys.
Okay, and so now it's my guy. So I want to finish on a good note, so I'm going to deal with these 2 first. So I'm going to move this guy out of the suppressive fire zone so you can roll 3 of those dice.
Okay, so
It's going to be a 4 to hit.
2 hits.
So 2 hit, you can re-roll that 6 for a crit. No crit, so that's 2. You don't get any cover save on suppressive fire. I'm not behind any cover anyway. So now I gotta roll my armor. It's gonna be a 4+. And I make 2 armor saves.
Okay, so you
So-
save on that.
That chews up my armor. This guy.
Okay, so that's the point of the armor boxes, is even if you get the hits, even if you shrug it off, it's still breaking down the plates.
Yes, it's still breaking down the plates.
Okay.
And so this was 3. I'm gonna move up 3 inches to right here. And then you can roll those other 3.
All right, so you decided not to take the multiple.
Yeah, no,
rounds.
for sure not. So 3's hit. Reroll the 6s.
Oh, so I got 2 criticals that time.
2 possible crits. Okay, that's 1 damage. That's 1 damage to his health, no matter what.
Because I rolled the
Because you
second
roll
set.
the second 6. Now I'm gonna roll my armor for that guy. I make
Oh.
both of them. So both of these guys have both their armor. One of them has 1 of their health taken away. They have 4 health. And so that was pretty good. Oof. So now I'm gonna take my second action with this guy. What do I want to do? I'm just gonna rapid fire at your guy. And so I'm gonna use 2 shots. It's going to be a 4 to hit, 1 hit. And
Okay, so now I'm going to do my save. That's not the shield. So I need a 5 up. I failed that.
All right. And then I'm gonna have, and so you need a,
Yeah. So I take 1 point of damage there. So I'm down to 2. Now those successful hits, that was chewing up my armor also. Okay, so my medium armor had 2 circles, so I fill both those in. So does that mean my armor's gone now?
For this guy.
For that guy. Okay, so he has no, all he has is a helmet.
Okay, yeah, so his armor's gone, and so now he just has HP left.
Okay.
My dude this guy is going to quick draw, because he has a quick draw feat, this NPC does. He's gonna quick draw a machete, and he's gonna run up to your dude, and he's gonna use a charge attack. So your dude's melee, you don't have any melee feats or anything, do you?
No, I don't.
Alright, my melee is 1, so your melee should be 2.
Yes, it is.
I'm just gonna use this charge.
Okay.
A 1 to a 2 is gonna be a 5 to hit. And so I'm gonna roll a melee attack on you guy, 5 to hit, no hit. But now we're in melee attacking range. This dude is gonna chuck a grenade right back here. Right there. That's where I'm gonna chuck it. And so it's gonna be a 1d6 and direction dice, which is a much better chance. Okay, so I would take this 1d6 and subtract his dexterity. Since it's a 1, that would be -4, and so it's just a 0. And so it's gonna land right there.
Right where you wanted it.
Right where I want it. And so in this first band, you're gonna take 1 damage no matter what.
Okay.
And so that guy takes 1 damage. And then right here, oh no.
You didn't
Oh, my dude. So my dude is caught in the blast.
Oh, so you threw it too close.
So I threw it too close. My dude is caught in the blast. And so we both need to, so I can roll a cover save since I'm elevated. I get +1 to my cover. So that would be a 6. He does not make that cover save. So we both need to roll armor saves for that second point of damage.
Okay.
And so you do get to roll an armor save for that second point of damage.
Okay, so let me grab this one. And so that, now the shield doesn't help me with this since you threw it.
I threw it right there behind you,
Okay.
and so it's not at your front. So
So this is just armor right here. So I'm gonna 5 up, which I don't get.
And I don't either, so that dude loses a point of armor. Or no, that dude loses 1 health.
Okay, so I took 2 on him because I was inside the center kill zone, so I take 1 for that, and then the shrapnel zone,
Yep.
so I take 2 for that. Now do I take 2 off my armor?
Nope, you don't take 2 off your armor.
Okay.
And you didn't make your armor save, right?
No, I didn't.
So your armor's fine.
Okay.
It just takes off your health. Okay, so that is my turn. Now it's back, or actually this dude gets to do 1 more. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and put 2 shots into your dude after throwing that grenade. And so that's gonna be a 4 to hit. 1 hit, I'm gonna re-roll for the crit, no crit. And so you get to roll your cover save. Is that a large shield or a small shield?
That's the, so you had 2 riot shields.
Mm-hmm.
So this riot shield medium.
Medium, okay, yep. So then that's gonna be a 6 or a 5+ cover save that you get from that.
I rolled a 4.
And so now you get your armor.
Alright, so 6.
There you go.
Now, but I still take 1 off my armor, right?
Yep, you take 1 off your armor because you made an armor save there. And so you don't lose any health there.
Okay. Wait, this was yours, right?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
You just discarded dice, yeah. And so now it's your turn.
Alright, so now does the circle shrink at this point?
No, it's gonna shrink at the end of my next turn.
Okay. So I've got to get in before that circle. But I'm engaged right now.
You are in melee. I should have thought of that actually. Jeez. Oof. Yeah, because that's gonna move in. But yeah, we're in melee, and so you can try to just run away.
Okay.
But I'll get an attack of opportunity where I get to hit you.
Okay.
And if that succeeds, you don't get to move that action, but then you can move the next action.
Okay.
So no matter what, really, unless your guy gets killed, he'll be able to move a little bit.
Okay. So I'm gonna spend 1 action to move.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll my attack of opportunity, which is gonna be a 5 to hit. No hit, so you get to move however much you want to move.
Alright. If he gets closer, I thought I'll run away and hit him in the back. Okay.
That guy's in trouble.
All right, but we'll see. He might not be. So this is so this is an RSMG 20. So I only have one action left. So I'll use it to shoot. I can't aim. I'm not going to take the walling off that model there. So this
No,
is
you do get the. I would say you get the walling. It's kind of tricky because like
there's a little lip.
There's a
to
little
the-
lip. I guess we could say that you don't get that.
Yeah.
This is- okay.
All right. So this is going to just be a pure straight shot play. So I'll take 2 rounds. All right. Let me make sure. So pro walrus. So range
Then-
band 0 to 6, so plus
Plus
1.
one, so you would get a 3 to hit,
Okay. So I get 2
and
hits.
re-roll that 6.
So I got a critical on the hitting side.
Okay, so I need to roll my armor. He has all of his armor left, but he doesn't. So he takes 2 damage, and he's on his last legs. All right.
I think I've got one guy with armor left after this. So this guy's still safe. So we're gonna try another shot with the pistol. Oh shoot! I took the. Okay, so he's out. I took out the wrong one. So I'll just trade that one. So you should know that his RSMG 20 is out.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll deal with that in the next round. But let's go to the guy who had the pistol that I stole it from. So he's got both his actions right now.
Yep.
And so we'll try to do the double tap
Double
thing again.
Yep.
Again. Okay.
So
So this is going to be the same setup as last time.
Yep. So it was a 3, and it's close. So it's just gonna be 4 to hit again. Yeah.
All right. I forget. Did he get any advantage from being higher up?
My guy gets a cover save.
A cover
being
save.
higher.
That's so it's not rolled on my side. It's
No, it's rolled on my side.
Okay.
Okay, so 1 hit. I'll roll my cover save. Oh,
That's right.
So I'll roll my cover save 6. Nope. I'll roll my armor save. No armor save. That guy's dead.
Hey.
Got put down.
So you just place the model down. He stays on the field. there.
Yeah, and so he has some carbine ammo and 2 grenades if you wanted to loot it.
So okay, so that's the purpose you leave it on the body. If I wanted to loot the body.
Yeah, just whatever's in the inventory.
Okay. All right, and your guy still tucked behind there. I'm going to just come out. All right, so I moved. So I'm trying to maintain cover from that guy. But I can't see anyone, so I had to come out if I'm going to shoot. So I'm going to aim at that guy with my RSMG 20. And I think I was messing up the ammo. I think
Yeah.
I'm not taking it the way I should.
Yeah, and so which character is this? This is Speedy, right?
Yes,
And so which one's Speedy on there?
that's him right here.
That's him, and so that's going to be his RSMG 20.
Well, they were sharing one.
They were sharing one?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that should be the other RSMG 20, right?
Oh, so that's what I did. This,
Yeah.
that's, I was taking out. So the HRC 20 is full.
Yep. That's the dude you shot
This is the pistol.
suppressive fire with?
Okay. All right,
This
now
is
I've got
the
my
pistol? This is the pistol, right?
No, this is that guy.
Okay.
The one that laid down the suppressive fire that chewed up most of his
Okay,
ammo.
yeah.
So that I got it all straightened out
Okay,
now. So on the RSMG 20 on this one, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left.
That should be, this is your pistol, that's your RSMG 20, for sure. Because the pistol only has 10 rounds, that has 20.
Oh,
That guy has a
okay.
20.
So there's okay. All right. So I'll just take 2 here. The problem is I lined them up and then they all went different directions, and I forgot. I should have moved the cards
Are
around.
you doing an aim shot?
No, I moved.
Oh, you
I moved to out of
Okay.
cover to even get this shot. So, let's see what range band I have here. Alright, so
Yeah,
it's
two.
15.
So range band 2 or 3? Yeah, 3.
No, yeah, range band 3, so it's a -2. So, and you're elevated, that's on your cover, so that's not on my
Yeah, it's
side.
not on your side.
Alright, let's work through the process. So that should be 4-ups, right, at this range?
Well, so you got
Say-
3. Are you doing a double tap?
What would you recommend?
I would honestly, because one of the reasons this guy, if you notice, this guy's been having a hard time hitting anybody out
Yeah.
there, it's because he's shooting SMG at long
Yeah.
range. I would really not even shoot with him on this one
Okay.
and move him up so his fire could actually be effective.
Okay, so I'll just make, instead of using my second action to shoot, I would just make the second action.
Because you would have like a 6 to hit from there.
Okay.
Because you would be at 3,
Mm-hmm.
then you would subtract 2 for the range band, and so you would be at accuracy 1, which would be a 6 to hit. So it'd be a little. It could maybe work. It could maybe work, but probably not. But maybe.
So I just need to roll 6.
You just need to roll a 6 on either one of those. It's
Now,
a
am I
6.
rolling 2 dice or 1 dice? on that?
You can roll 2 because that can double tap, right?
Okay. All right. So I'll double tap. Now, this is helpful. I'm messing up these
Yeah,
rules a
okay.
whole bit, so I'm going to go back home and read the rule book again. All right. So 4 and a 4. So those
Yeah,
both miss.
2 misses.
But I still get rid of the die.
And is that all of you guys?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess it's my turn. I need to move in so I don't get caught.
You're going to charge back into my guy.
I'm gonna move right up to here. I'm gonna quick draw a shotgun.
Now you have that sling, right? That quick sling.
This guy actually just has a quick draw feat.
Oh, okay.
And so then I'm going to fire 1 shot. It's gonna be a 3 to hit. It's a miss.
Now, what would the shotgun done differently?
Well, the shotgun, it does 2 damage
Okay.
if it hits. And so it's just higher damage, and like it gets a +1 to accuracy if you're using buckshot.
Yeah, because you have different shotgun rounds you can select in the
Yeah,
equipment.
so if it's the slug, it could do up to 3 damage on 1 shot.
Okay.
And if it's just the buckshot, it can do 2 damage. So it's kind of like with the shotgun, if you have a lot of armor, the shotgun's not very dangerous because the armor will just soak it up. If you take a shotgun blast to your armor, it just takes 1 tick off the armor. But if it gets past your armor, it does 2 damage.
Okay.
And so it's like really dangerous on low armor characters.
Okay.
This guy, I'm going to move him up, and I'm just going to move him up to right here. So that's going to be about 3 inches. And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to pull out a shotgun. Let's pull a few more here. And I'm going to just fire 1 round at your dude and try to put him down again. 3 to hit. Oh, man.
You rolled a 2? Okay.
Rolled a 2. It's rough business over here. Okay, so that's those 2, and now we're going to move the ring in again. So it was right here. So it was at 13, so we're moving in another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's at 8. And so I think everybody's safe.
Okay.
Okay, and it's gonna move, and so what it's gonna do is it's gonna move in 1 more time until we have a 12-inch map to play on. And so it's gonna move in right around to here to be just a small.
I think all
small
my guys
circle.
are
almost
inside.
everybody's almost
Already
inside.
inside
Yeah.
the 12.
Almost everybody's almost inside. And so it's your turn again.
All right. Now facing matters here. So
Mhm.
we haven't had that come up yet, but
Well, we did with this guy.
yeah,
With
well
the-
because of the
yeah.
shield. But so there's basically a 180-degree arc, so front and back. So now I'm in a position where this guy right here has a guy behind him directly and
Mhm.
a guy in front of him directly. So if I wanted to shoot the guy with the shotgun behind, well, I guess they both have shotguns. So if I wanted to shoot the guy behind me, I would use an action to pivot.
No, so all pivoting is done not as a free action or anything. It's just something you can do at the beginning of your action for
Okay.
free. It's
So
something
then-
you can do at the beginning of your action for free. The only time like that kind of comes into play is if you're in Overwatch. You have to choose the direction that you're facing in Overwatch and
Okay.
stay that way when you're using your Overwatch action.
Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is, so that guy has two guys really close to him. I'll see if this guy can resolve him. So maybe that will reduce the options this guy has. Okay,
Mhm.
so this will be speedy. Because this guy's also out of the ammo. He ran out. So we'll talk about that when we get to him. All right, so I'll do the aim shot to him. And so let's do the range band, should be a little bit closer.
And so, yep,
That's
and so it's
10.
going to be a 5 to hit.
Yeah, because it's 7 to 12, so that's -1. So I'm a little bit better than last time. So we'll do 5, so 1.
1, I'm going to roll his cover save, which will be a 6. No cover. His armor save, which is a 6 as well. No armor save, so now he's down to 2 HP.
Okay. So then. So let's see what the SMG can really do. So I'll turn around. And this guy, he's out of ammo.
Yep.
And I didn't put on his inventory replacements. So if I put replacement, like extra ammo
Mhm.
magazines, what would he have done?
So to reload, it's just going to be 1 action because he
Okay.
has a magazine.
Okay, but I didn't bring extra magazines, so now instead of reloading, I've got to switch to my tactical pistol, right?
Yep.
And so that's going to be one of my actions,
That's
right?
going to be 1 action.
Okay, so the tactical pistol has 10.
Yep.
All right, so let me refill this cup. 3, 5, 9, 10. All right, so I'll take double tap, so with 2,
Mm-hmm.
and range band is 0 to 6, so it's a +1.
I think you're going to have a 2 to hit. Or no,
Oh.
you're going to have a 3 to hit, aren't you? Because double tap's -1, right?
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Let's see. Yeah, double tap -1 on the tactical.
Yep. So
pistol.
you'll have a 3 to hit.
So even though this is my weapon focused sidearm guy,
Yeah.
since I'm going for the double tap,
Yeah.
that okay.
Yeah, because it's 4. Your base is 4, -1 for the double tap and +1 for the range. So it's just going to be 4 with a 3 plus to hit.
Okay. Right. So that's the value of the little table. I appreciate the little table at the bottom there. All right. So 1 hit.
1 hit, and it's going to be a 6 to save. No save, he takes another damage, and he's down to 1 health, 1 HP.
Okay, so that one went. That one went.
Oh,
so it's
he's
just-
still. That was just 1 double tap. He has another.
Oh,
action.
that's. I
He
forgot.
has a whole other
That's,
action.
I specifically asked about turning around. Well, here I didn't know, should I get out of the way? Because if I don't, even if I take that guy down, he's got 1 hit point left. Let's say I take him down, I still got a guy with a shotgun standing right behind me. Now we're not in base to base, so I'm not engaged. So it's one of those things, I could probably actually make it down those stair climbs there and be hidden from both, unless you start chucking grenades at me.
Yeah. So the trick is that character. His movement is 5, right?
Yeah.
So it would take 2 actions to climb down safely.
Okay.
You could jump down and risk
Okay.
1 damage.
And then once I jump down, I could hurt myself, and then those guys can just start chucking grenades down.
There
both
is
of
that.
us.
Yeah.
All right, I'll just take another double tap with
All
that
right.
pistol.
3's to hit. 1 hit, and give me a 6. Give me a 6. Oh, that guy's dead.
Oh, because I chewed up your armor.
Because he chewed up my armor.
Ah.
Yeah, his armor was dropped down pretty hard. Okay, so that's 2 of my
Yeah,
guys
so I'm
down.
all done. I'm all done here.
That's all. Oh, don't you still have this guy, right?
What's he gonna do?
Maybe climb up, because if here would be the move, I guess.
Well, he's got the 5 move.
He does, but what he could do is he could climb up right here and face this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And because this guy will be covered behind him, he would get his shield bonus.
Oh, okay. So let's try that. So we'll move his corpse out of the way. So I've got my riot shield, so I'm face to face. And let me get his pistol together here. Now I'm finally getting the hang of the cuffs. The cuffs full of dog. I'm finally getting the hang of that.
Okay, so I don't have too many options here. I want a better chance to hit your guy. Oh, wait, use 2 actions to get up, right?
So that's what I was going to ask. So it's the 5. Okay, so I use it 2
because
actions.
it's 5, he moves it half
but
speed.
that still works because I'm still providing the
So
shield
now you
bonus.
get a shield bonus. So that guy's not just going to get teed off on from the shotgun. He'll actually have a chance to like not go down. And both you guys are up here, so you know they. This guy doesn't get any advantage with like elevation. My guy's gonna go prone. And I'm gonna lay him down so he gets an accuracy bonus. And then I'm gonna shoot one, and that would be a free action. I'm gonna shoot 1 shotgun round at your guy that's in front. And so it's gonna be a 2 to hit. 6, okay, I'm gonna reroll that. I'm gonna reroll that 6. Nope. And so you can roll your cover save, which is a
So with the shield, it's where I wrote that down. So
your shield, it's the larger shield, so it's going to be a 5+.
okay.
But because you use 2 move actions, you get a +1 cover modifier, so it'll be a 4.
Okay, so the idea is I ran, so that movement gives me the +1. So so basically he dropped to the ground to shoot his shotgun, and my guy jumped in front of him with the shield.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, no, I like that.
So it'll be a 4.
Oh.
Okay, so now you get to roll your armor save.
No, he chewed up his armor,
Well, he takes 2 damage.
and he is done.
Okay, and so for non-NPCs, usually the way it works is guys can be gravely injured instead of just dead. And so it's like they're down and they're hurt, but they're not quite out yet. They need to take 1 more damage to be completely.
Okay, so this is kind of like Kill Team or Necromunda. I'm on the ground bleeding, but for like a campaign narrative play, I'm still technically in the game.
Yeah, and so like say if your guy was able to do
If
some
I had
kind
a
of
med
healing
kit.
on him, if you had a med kit
kit,
or a skin
okay.
shot, something like that, he'd be able to bring him back. But without that, he can't be brought back. And so then this guy, we'll go ahead and shoot over there. That's within 6 inches, I think. Yeah, it's within 6 inches. So he's gonna roll, it's gonna be a 2 to hit, 5, and so you get to roll your armor.
That guy, I don't believe. No, he's out of armor too.
Okay, he takes 2 damage. Oh no.
And he's down.
Tides have turned.
But you know, we're in what? We're coming to the end of the 3rd
We are,
round,
yeah.
and basically it's been pretty even.
It is pretty,
I thought I
yeah,
almost
it is
had
pretty
you.
even.
I
Yeah.
almost had you.
I thought
so
you
the guy
did
was-
too. The shotgun is honestly a lot of times when people like my playtesters have played this game, people kind of ignore the shotguns a little bit and be like whatever, but they're really, really dangerous close in. They're so dangerous close in.
So what I noticed is, what did you guys have, a carbine?
They have a carbine, a machete, and a shotgun. So
your carbines chewed up all my armor,
yeah.
and then so even though I was chewing up your guys, your guy was closer. So this guy wasn't making any valuable shots.
Not too many valuable shots because he was using an SMG from a pretty far range.
So basically, your carbines tore up my armor to the point, and I got one guy isolated off to the side here, and then the shotgun guy just finished the job on everyone else. Which is a close range weapon. So as we got closer, the close range weapon actually finished the job. So very accurate.
Which your pistols were good too. Your pistols were working good too. They took my guys out. Yeah.
I had some unlucky rolls on
Yeah.
that. So I think at this point we'll probably draw it to close.
Sure.
I think we shall.
Yep, sounds good.
Because otherwise we're going to have to move it around.
Yeah.
But I think we've demonstrated. So what I've seen from here is the interrelationship of like the long range weapons, so the carbines versus the SMGs. We didn't have any sniper characters, the pistols and the shotguns. You really do feel that interplay of where the movement of the models and what weapons they're loaded out with does affect how the game gets. So the granularity you put onto the weapons and the armor does play out what feels like an authentic way. Because I used an SMG as a long range guy to no effect, really. And the armored shield played out the way it was supposed to, and the shotguns played out. So I'm very happy with how this went down. So, and I screwed up the cups and the ammo just because I got the models out of the way here. But I really appreciate good first game here. So I'll go back, read the book, I'll wait for my box set to show up, and looking forward to some of these NPC characters, especially since I could design one. All right, well, let's say good game.
Right,
now, I almost forgot. What would you say about this game? How did this play out?
I think this game, you know, as far as how I think something's going to play out, when I first looked at this map, I noticed there was not much terrain or not much cover. And so it was obvious to me that this was going to be kind of the focal point. It played out, I don't know, it was pretty rough up here, wasn't it? Everybody rushed up here, there's no cover up here, and it just kind of turned into a bit of a bloodbath.
Well, you were getting the elevation, and I couldn't give you the elevation.
Yeah.
I had to contest it.
Yeah, for sure. So, I don't know, I never really know how a game is gonna play out, even though I made the rules, just because there's so many of those little things, the way it works. So, it was tricky to know how well my guys were gonna do up here. I was pretty worried. The shotguns came in really handy. I maybe should have used a little bit more suppressive fire on your guys, but that's one of the problems with my characters is they don't have like 20 rounds. They would have been having to reload a lot. And so it was kind of some hard decisions.
So what I really needed to do was instead of having the SMG guy out on the side here, he should have been up the top laying down more of it. Because since I had first go, I could have double stacked the suppressive fire. And I could actually have controlled your movement. So if I put suppressive fire into any action to get closer to me, so I could have layered, I didn't have to, when I read your rules, I originally thought, okay, well I can just stack the cards on top of each other, but I could actually done it more nuanced of offsetting it.
Or one thing you could have done is because your guys can lay down so much suppressive fire, you could have done one stack here, one here, one here, one here.
So I could have just
and so you could have almost either made me take a bunch of damage or denied me the high ground.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, and so there's there's a lot of those little strategies that kind of come into play here depending on like what kind of weapons you have.
I think that's where your game really shines, in just that suppressive fire right there, because I think that's how. It seems very Hollywood movie, or like some of those Hong Kong films where the guys with SMGs go in the room and just start spraying everything. It's like that would really capture that.
Well, it's just basic like gunfighting too, because you want to establish that strong base of fire so your enemy can't put down accurate fire back at you, right? And so if you can get your suppressive fire up before the other guy, then you can control their movement, you can control if they're shooting at you, and then you can start to flank, or you can deny like a strong piece of cover, you can deny a good piece of terrain, and
so using that, so I could have laid out 4 blocks of suppressive fire with my SMG guys. You would have been pushed off,
or I would have taken more damage. I would have taken a lot of damage
to keep
it.
So if you didn't want to take the damage, you would have yielded the high ground. I would have been able to rush up, but I would need faster guys. No, yeah,
well, you wouldn't have to. You could rush up. You could move up there and then just hold it.
Yeah.
Go into prone, and from prone there, you're gonna have the best cover saves, and you could have just started shooting my guys. My guys would have had to start maneuvering around. Maybe just give this up completely and try to move around the edges.
Yeah. So that begs the question: was it good to stack everyone on SMGs, or should I have chosen more like you of the carbines versus the short range weapons?
I think
because there's certain advantages at certain range bands.
Yeah, it might have been good to differentiate a little bit. Now you did have you had the HRC, which is a carbine, but it didn't get used much. You mostly had, and so what might have been better is to have the shield on one of your SMG guys, because you can use an SMG with a shield.
Okay.
And
yeah, so your SMGs are actually considered sidearms, so that
it's firing sidearm ammo
for the feet, for the weapon focus feet.
For the weapon focus?
Yes, because there's no in your rulebook. There's no. It says pick one, and so I was looking. So if I say weapon focus feet, sidearm.
Weapon focus, there is a submachine gun in there.
Yeah, but so the RSMG 20, it says sidearm.
Ammo type, yeah. And
So do I treat it as a sidearm?
Treat it as a SMG, yeah.
Okay. Oh, so I was reading the weapon based upon what was in
The
that
ammo
little
type?
box.
Yeah.
Because nowhere else on here was it treated as.
Yeah, and sorry about that. It's right over here in the
Oh, in the weapons.
in the weapons, we have the
Okay.
submachine guns, and so that's those two.
Okay, so I was referring to the wrong table when I was flipping through the cards. I was confusing ammo type for the type of the weapon is. Okay. All right, excellent. Well, honestly, we could keep going back and forth on
Yeah, no,
tactics
sure.
here, but I appreciate it. Well, thanks a lot, Joe. And your Kickstarter's still open?
It is still open until Tuesday,
Tuesday.
and so
All
still
right.
going strong.
All right, great. Well, thanks a lot for joining us.
All right, yeah, thanks for having me.